Good morning, everyone. This is my favorite time of the day to be out in the garden. I think it is for a lot of gardeners. Um, Look at this. I want to introduce you to somebody. This is Gary, and apparently, Gary is very much into beer because the name of this little oak tree is Quercus garryana variety breweri. In other words, if it was just Quercus garryana, it would be called Gary's oak, garryana, or better known as Oregon white oak. But this is a particular variety called breweri. Some have called it brewer's oak. So that's why I'm thinking this is Gary's favorite beverage. No, I have not done the research into the background of the name more than what I just told you. But it's good enough for my little garden, or our little garden. So, yeah, really not much to look at. But it is interesting because I've seen several sources say it's the oak tree that you leave to your grandchildren. And sure enough, we bought this when it was a little 4-inch plant, and it's now 4-inch, meaning the 4-inch container that it came in. And it was just a stick, basically. But now, I mean, believe it or not, this is impressive. It's about 8 inches tall. We've got a really nice tall branch coming right here, and fairly wide, about the same width. And the leaves are really lobed and quite attractive. I don't remember if it has a fall color. There's some brown tipping going on now, so we'll kind of watch it. I have a feeling it doesn't. But back to why you would will this to someone. We bought this, I would say, well, at least 7 years ago, if not more. And they say that it grows to 15 feet in 50 years. So, needless to say, this is not for instant gratification. This is more for interest. But it really, I mean, it is interesting to me because researchers have been talking mostly about it being in Oregon, hence the Oregon white oak name. But it also is in far northern California, and other researchers have found it as far down as the Tejon Ranch on the Grapevine in Southern California. What there is a consensus of is that it likes a high elevation, but we're practically at sea level here in the Bay Area, and it seems to be doing just fine. So while it's not natural to this environment, it seems to be doing well. Now the other thing too, I mean, I can't really show you much more. It's so tiny. But, the other thing is that it seems to do well in serpentine soils. Serpentine has natural asbestos. There's very few plants, or in my mind, there's very few plants that can actually thrive in serpentine soil, and they typically are stunted. So I'm wondering if this is a modification of that, both a combination of a higher elevation and a terrible soil might be why in its natural habitat, it tends to be much smaller, or dwarfed in this case. So, there you are. You have met Gary. Oh, I was just going to add that with the soil here, we've got alluvial, rocky, loamy soil So really good drainage, and it seems to be thriving. So while I don't have grandkids, I might have to make sure that this is in the will to my goddaughter. Things you think about. All right, enjoy your day.